true story, I was getting ready for bed and I noticed a Willie Mac show. I've reacted to his videos before. I've asked him if I could react to them and he said that he's cool with it. I noticed that about an hour ago, he made a video about Vaush and I was like, wait, Vaush? I mean, I thought that was something from like a week or two ago. I thought everyone moved on. We all collectively agree that he was a freak. Like, he might not be 1000% a PDF, but I think we all collectively agree that, yeah, you know, Vaush is a pretty weird individual, someone that we should definitely keep our eyes on. It's just a matter of time before another folder leaks, or now instead of a horse, he wants to be a whale. You never know with people like that. But I thought, you know what? It's 2024. Sharing is caring. Think of this as one giant sleepover. Okay, well, you know, if there's people that are underage, that sounds kind of weird and low-key kind of disturbing. Never mind, let's just get right into it. Get comfy. More Vaush lies and more Vaush exposed videos. Sign me up. I'm there.
Thing that I've always said that I stand by entirely is that if you're into lolicon, like, people always say this. People always say, bro, it's just drawings. Okay. Drawings of what, right? Civil War, okay, states' rights over what, you know?
It's emerged that he's been watching Lolly for years, liking depictions of Disney girls turned into Lolly with chum all over her face on his private account. If it was anyone else, Vaush would call this guy a pedo.
I mean, that is absolutely wild. A Disney character with some white Nickelodeon slime on their face. I mean, how can you even defend that at that point? Like, it doesn't matter what kind of lawyer you have. You can have the best lawyer money could buy, and they still wouldn't be able to make an excuse for this. You know what? I hate sounding repetitive, but I'll say here one last time regarding Vaush. I like to give people chances, right? Everyone messes up. You mess up once, it happens to the best of us, right? How many times can one excuse this behavior? Oh, my account was hacked. You know, my wife logged into my account and started liking pics. We've seen the folder. All right, we've seen the drawings, and I'm looking at his channel right now, and ever since his out of context video, he's been uploading like crazy. He's uploaded 4, 8, 12 videos within a week.
This, for a lot of people, puts those old CP arguments he's been making in a different context. Like, oh, you need to explain the difference between act and rule utilitarian? Let's use pedophilia.
This is super duper simple, okay? A utilitarianism, act utilitarianism, is about considering the consequences of a specific action, okay? It is possible, please right now uncuck your dumb shit libcuck SJW brains and recognize this empirically correct fact that I am about to spit. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. However, categorically, we discourage those relationships because, as a rule, it is substantially more likely that enabling them would cause harm in society. That's the difference between act and rule utilitarianism.
You were saying, by definition, there's exceptions to the rule when it comes to pedophilia. Of course, the Lolly guy made this argument.
Even with the context he provided, Willie provided, everyone else provided, Ethan, right, from H3H3. It doesn't make him look any better. If anything, it's just damaging his reputation even further. And you know, this is something that I said, why do you constantly have to defend this type of stuff? It happens over and over the last few years. You know, you should probably stop defending it after the second or third time you try to justify an adult doing it with a minor. It honestly blows my mind when I read Vaush's comment section or I go to his subreddit from time to time and I see people coping and making excuses for Vaush, like, well, he didn't technically do this or he technically didn't do anything wrong, and it's like, you're missing the point. Like, despite everything, he's still a degenerate. And like Willie says, if this was anyone else, everyone would be calling them a pedophile. But I don't know if Vaush gets a pass because, I don't know, you tell me, guys. I don't know, I just can't imagine vouching for someone like Vaush.
It's not out of context, it's that the context has changed. You've been exposed as an avid Lolly viewer. That is the context Vaush won't engage with. H3H3 has made this very clear from the start.
How do you square that with the dude having a folder full of lolly porn? Like, doesn't that change the context at all for you? Seeing all of this?
It should. Defense, by the way, may have been believable up until we found that he is actually consuming lolly stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the context about how everything happened,
it's all changed.
Vaush never confronts this line of reasoning. In fact, he doesn't show Ethan at all making his argument.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. The fact that Vaush for so many years was anti-lolly, and if you watch lolly or you enjoy it, PDF file. Just apply that logic to me or any other content creator who's talked about EDP, and then I get caught talking to a 12-year-old or 11-year-old. It's like, how are you preaching one thing and doing another? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, guys, EDP exposed part 55. Oh no, what's this? Messages of me with the 10-year-old, and then there's a picture of me in bed like this. Of course I'll be a massive hypocrite. Like, you can't preach one thing and say everyone who watches Lolly is a pedophile, and then once you get caught with said material, you're like, well, not technically. Everything switches because now it applies to you. I don't know, you gotta be consistent, and I know that opinions change. He's been pretty constant with the whole Lolly stands, so by his own logic, Vaush is a pedophile. If you've been preaching people that watch Lolly are and then you get caught with it, what does that make you?
Vaush doesn't, because there is no good explanation. He's caught red-handed, so all he could do is focus on one little bit of the argument and then act like it's the entire thing. He re-explains the child slavery argument for the majority of the video.
We did see your hard
Not
drive.
with the fucking. That's
We
what
saw
I-
your hard
That's
drive.
what I keep coming back to.
on the hard drive.
And
And
if he had made this video 2 months ago, it probably would have been a good move, right? To just like all at once address all these old clips of him that have been floating around. But like now the circumstance is pretty different. It's pretty different now, isn't it?
When Vaush finally addresses the clip of him admitting to wanking it to Lolly all the time, he writes it off as a joke.
We've all jerked it to Lolly at some point or another. We have at some point in our lives been going crazy on some hentai site, and we've been stroking as hard and fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back, look over our history tab, and we go like, oh geez, oh boy, some of these girls looked pretty young. This one definitely sounds rougher than the last two clips, but it's it's a bit, it's a joke, a bad joke. I can explain it. I don't think that'll make it any funnier.
Bro, you had it on your computer. He tries to write it off as a joke he made to show how big of a problem Lolly is, as if he was being virtuous.
To the people that are watching, do you believe Vaush when he says, well, it was a joke and I've clearly never, done it to Lolly before? I don't believe it. I'm feeling nice. I had a good day today. Let's be charitable and be like, sure, that video of him saying, those girls look a little bit too young after I already creamed my pants, let's write it off as a joke. How do you explain everything else? As time goes on, I'm like, some people deserve 1 or 2 opportunities. If they've never done anything wrong, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, right? As long as you didn't molest a kid, I think you deserve a second chance. And I would be open to Vaush receiving a second chance, and I think a lot of other people would, if this was the only oopsie he had, but it's not. It's something that happens over and over again, and there's so many footage and clips and DMs that you can point to, so it gets kind of hard to justify. Think about it this way: if there's a content creator who's never messed up before, an X situation happens and then years pass and that never comes up again, then you could be like, yeah, you fucked up, you messed up, but you learn and you haven't done it in X amount of years. You can't say the same for Vaush. I mean, this is a constant pattern of behavior.
When Vaush addresses him liking Lolly of a little Disney girl with chum all over her face, he's equally dismissive.
I think they found one that was like the character was meant to be a teenager. And it's not surprising to me that
Okay, that is not a teenager. This looks like someone that could be between the ages of 6 and 9. They look like a kid. They don't look like a teenager. Jesus, dude, come on. How many times are we going to to give this guy the benefit of the doubt? But let's hear him explain it. Maybe I'm just cutting him out of context and I'm a massive hypocrite.
like the character was meant to be a teenager. And it's not surprising to me that might happen because, I'm running between classes, scrolling on my phone. I look at an image maybe 2 or 3 seconds before I like. The degree of scrutiny required there indicates that this goes beyond some kind of matter of personal temperance and extends broadly into how weird is it that that's something that's been that normalized?
What is he yapping about? It's not normal to be walking between class, frantically liking porn en masse. You have a problem, and if you don't have the personal temperance to take the time to see if something's depicting a child or not, you need therapy.
People are going to say what they're going to say. They can judge me for what they're going to judge me for. I think a lot of people have been real and charitable. I think it's insane to say this Yeah, he's a pedophile. You got him.
The charitable argument Vaush wants is that none of this is weird or matters. None of us should be worried. We're all just supposed to be blind. It's unreasonable. This guy's admitted in the past that he has minors in his NSFW Discord.
Ellie Rogers 12, I know there are kids with the pervert role in my Discord. How could we possibly prevent that knowingly?
Just not have NSFW work in your Discord. Boom, it's that easy. I find it disturbing that you knowingly partook in this with your fans without having any safeguards for their aid.
You know, as a content creator, that is one of the most irresponsible things you can do. That shit will never fly with me. That's one of the reasons why I don't have a Discord, and I will never in a million years make a Discord, because it's just a disaster waiting to happen. And the reason why I say that is because I can't imagine me being like, yo, here's a Discord link below or whatever, and let's say 1,000 people join, right? And I make a not safe for work server or a category. I don't really know how Discord works, but you know, one of those where you can join and you can't verify your age. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Completely irresponsible. And you know, that's something that I can't justify. There's just no excuse. Why would you do that? Like, we all know that Vaush has a very serious porn problem. He's addicted to it. He needs to seek therapy. He's completely fried. And this is one of the most irresponsible things you can do. You know, I could justify or excuse quite a few things here and there, but that I can't. It's absolutely disgusting. There's no reason why a content creator, a YouTuber, a political YouTuber, by the way, and a not safe for work Discord should not be something that goes together.
I could look past one of these things in good faith, two of these things maybe, but ignoring all of it would be foolish. He blames it on anime culture.
Again, it's not really an evidentiary argument that I can make. So, you know, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I don't know. God willing, anime culture will get better one day. I wouldn't hold my breath, though.
Zero accountability, zero reflection. Can you imagine me using this excuse for being racist? What am I supposed to do? I'm Italian. Hopefully Italian culture changes soon. I doubt it, though. Alright, I guess he's gonna keep looking at Lolly. Dream Dad was an active member of Vaush's Discord. That should already tell you that he was a bit of a socially weird guy, and he came off to Vaush's audience as a conservative.
You know, these people tend to be individuals who haven't experienced life, who haven't been out in the real world and really done anything. Us and them.
Remember, conservatives are all Nazi fascists, so the other social rejects in Vaush's Discord took it upon themselves to frame Dad as a pedo. Life ruination's okay if you're a conservative. A known 27-year-old woman in Vaush's community tried to flirt with Dad in DMs. They talk kinky. Then she tries to get him. I look like most 14-year-olds, haha. You okay with that? Dad responds, if you're under the age of 18, I wouldn't be okay with a sexual relationship with you. She says, I like sexual relationships. How old are you? 14. And Dad destroys her with, well then I suggest you seek some constructive lifestyle choices and spend less time exploiting other people with your fake ass bullshit. She acts confused, and he says, this is the way people act over there. Huh. Yeet, and then he blocked her. Dad handled it like a champ, right? Well, that didn't stop Vaush's community, his girlfriend, and Vaush himself from running with the narrative that this guy's a pedo.
Extreme Dad, just to clarify, just so everybody knows, we have a person in our Discord server who occasionally, when they feel as though there might be creepos around, pretends to be 14 to see if they can bait any creepos. Doing God's work, right?
But he didn't fall for the bit, Vaush. What could you possibly say?
That's a lie, Hannah. Extreme Dad, when there's smoke, there's fire, and we literally have screen caps of you doing it. Why lie to yourself? Extreme Dad, why can't you just come out and say, I'm a proud ephebophile, and I want to absolutely clap some underage cheeks?
That is absolutely crazy. That guy clearly was not interested. I'm a bounce, bitch. I don't want to do no 14-year-old, which, you know, I think anyone would be saying that. If you're mentally all there, you'll be like, oh, 14-year-old. I'm good. You know, I'm not gonna participate in that. And Vaush is telling his audience that this guy is a pedophile just because Vaush doesn't agree with his politics. You know, at this point, I don't feel bad if people call Vaush a pedophile. Like, how can you claim all of this is cut out of context when you've done the same to other people? Being labeled as a pedophile, even if you are 100% innocent, that's something that's going to stick with you forever. Oh, didn't he have, like, allegations that he was flirting with a 14-year-old? These are life-ruining allegations. I don't know. I think that people who make false allegations like these should be sued. That's the only way to teach them a lesson. Falsely framing someone as a pedophile just because you don't like him.
Again, she was a well-known adult in his Discord. Dad's begging Vaush in chat, I didn't fall for it, you just want me to stop telling the truth.
Should I ban you from this? I don't want you like courting any kids here. We have like a DM system over this website. How many chicks are you messaging right now, Extreme Dad? I know a few of them that are underage. I'm not giving you their names.
Hold on, so Vaush has alternative proof that this guy's inappropriately messaging underage girls, and he still hasn't banned him.
Not admitting anything? Extreme Dad, this isn't a court of law. Everyone here already thinks you're a pedophile. Why not just own it?
I think it's time we use Vaush's own logic on him. It's fair game, right? Yeah, you know what? I used to be a bit charitable with Vaush, but after seeing this clip, knowing that he's done this, falsely accused an innocent person of being a pedophile just because he doesn't agree with Vaush 100%, you know, at this point, if they call Vaush a pedophile, who cares? Let's give him that same energy back, am I right? Nah, this guy's a clown. If you still watch Vaush in 2024, you're doing something wrong. But with that said, this video will be linked below in case you guys want to see it. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for watching. You're the GOAT. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe with notifications on. It will mean the world to me. Bangers every single day. And I'll see you next time, all right? Peace.